Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another edition of MJ Everyday, a training-based episode for you guys today. I'm here in the warehouse at MJ HQ, which means I'm gonna get Boss Josh in on this episode. Boss Josh, what's happening?
What's up?
This episode, I wanted to talk about how to spot correctly.
Oh, okay.
And the reason why I've got you in this episode is because you and I train together most of the time.
I do spot you on time to
You
time.
spot me, I spot you, and I think that we have a pretty good method when it comes to spotting. We both understand what each other expects from the spot. And so I wanted to do an episode on how to correctly spot because I see a lot of people doing it incorrectly. And in particular, we've trained with a few different people this week. We've had the third wheels come along for a few of our workouts this week, and that person has spotted myself and yourself.
Yeah.
And spotted differently, and I would go so far as to say incorrectly, and we both noticed it.
Yeah.
So, tell the viewers, what do you think? The best way to spot, the correct way to spot?
Well, I guess it does. Like as you said, we train together quite often, and we know what each other expects from a spot. And that's probably the biggest thing is that as you train with someone more consistently, you learn how they fail in exercise essentially. Like that. Like you were saying a couple weeks ago that I used to incline press. I'd hit a spot and I'd stop and just drop. But now I hit a spot and I'll hold it there. I might be able to get a little bit more. Might just need a little tap on the elbows. And you sort of learn what's going to work. The problem is you get people that sort of do, I guess, three main things. You get people that's way over spot way too much. They just literally pick the bar up and they make you do nothing. Like as soon as you hit that sticky spot where you could probably push through for another rep, if not rep and a half, they pick that bar up. You got the people that don't spot enough. That literally, they might just
leave you hanging.
They will just leave you hanging. They'll honestly just two fingers, just hold it. Just let the bar just sit there and just wait for you to grind it out, which can be alright for some people because they want to push it out for that last rep. But you run yourself risk of just complete failure, dropping the bar down. Them not being ready.
And there's a reason you fail as well. And I think that when it comes to spotting correctly, guys, you firstly you have to understand that spotting is an intensifying technique that allows you to force out a rep once the muscle has failed. With a particular weight at a particular rep. So first and foremost, you need to understand your training partner or who you're training with and when they reach that point of failure. That's number one. There's no point spotting, there's no point over spotting if the muscle hasn't failed because it's not then an intensifying technique. There's no reason for it. So that's the first thing, is understand that spotting is an intensifying technique that allows you to force out a rep. So the first thing is you need to figure out when your training partner reaches muscle failure. The second thing is you need to apply enough force to allow that rep to get forced out. You don't want to overspot to the point where you're taking tension completely off the muscle of your training partner, but then you don't want to underspot like you mentioned where the muscle has failed. It's not going to be able to push the weight out or push the rep out, so you do need to assist. The final thing, and this is something that I notice a lot of people mess up, is spotting on the eccentric phase. As well as the concentric phase, right?
You can 9 times out of 10 still control that eccentric phase. Like you can still control the negative part, and that's some studies say that is actually the most important part of the movement in some cases when it comes to training your muscles and actually causing muscular fatigue and I guess improving hypertrophy and stuff like that.
And we know that you're always stronger in the eccentric phase. So when you fail on the concentric, you should still be able to control the eccentric phase. So that's a big thing with spotting, is spot the concentric phase, spot the positive part of the rep, and then remove the spot for the eccentric and let the partner do the work. Right, so that's a big thing that I think and I've noticed this week with people we've trained with, they spot both and because we're not used to it, right? They spot the concentric and they did a pretty good job, and then I'm used to you letting go and letting me have the eccentric and letting me control it, and they've still got it. I'm like, shit, I'm not working here. You're doing all the work for me. So there you go, guys. I think those are really the top 3 things. Firstly, understand when your training partner has failed. Understand that spotting is a way of forcing out reps. Apply enough assistance, not too little, not too much, and then make sure that you spot only the positive, the concentric part of each rep, not the negative, the eccentric part.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a wrap for today's episode of MJ Every Day, guys. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn your post notifications on both on your cell phone and your mobile and your desktop PC so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the Massive Joes YouTube channel. Until tomorrow, I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.